Hi friends, Ginny D here with more Elf and Tiefling content. I don't have a problem, I can stop anytime I want. Please excuse my makeshift space. I just moved and I haven't finished setting up yet. This is the best we're getting this week. I am so glad that you guys have been enjoying my point of view roleplay videos lately. I created this series to help you develop your tabletop characters and practice role-playing them a little. I'll link to the full playlist in the cards in case you haven't seen them yet. Of course, I also cannot resist a good excuse to dress up as my own D&D character, Aisling, so I have also been having fun role-playing with myself. And I guess you guys have enjoyed it too because I got a bunch of comments asking if I was going to do a response as Aisling to my latest POV video in which Augury, the morally questionable tiefling, interviews the viewer for a bodyguard position. So today we will see if Aisling is cut out to work for the leader of a major smuggling— Dear God, what is that? Oh, it's a corrupted pixie from Tome of Beasts 2, a book of new monsters compatible with 5th edition D&D from today's sponsor, Kobold Press. What happened to you?
I used to be a fae until a hag captured me and tortured me and taught me about life's true joys. Murder, torture, chaos!
Oh no, that hag must have driven this poor creature mad. This tiny fiend loves making mischief and destroying beautiful things. Ah! It can be restored to its original Fey form when treated with pixie dust, but good luck catching one, they have crazy high dex. It's resistant to magic and can cast Vicious Mockery at will or even turn invisible. Oh god. You can add the corrupted pixie as well as more than 400 other brand new monsters to your game with Tome of Beasts 2, available in both PDF and print form on the Kobold Press website and on Roll20 and Fantasy Grounds. You might also consider picking up the Tome of Beasts 2 Lairs book, which includes 14 standalone single map adventures featuring these monsters. I will put the link in the description, and by the way, if I am found dead later, look for very tiny fingerprints. Anyway, after all that, I'll bet Aisling is late for her interview. Not a great way to start. Let's get to it. Hi.
You're late. We agreed on sundown, did we not?
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. We got a little caught up in shopping. There's a bunch of cool stores in this city.
I hope it's not a habit.
Shopping? Oh, it definitely is.
Would you normally consider yourself a punctual person?
Oh, you meant the lateness. No, I'm usually very dependable. Pretty dependable. I mean, stuff comes up. I'll try harder.
Well, let's not waste any more time. I am Augury, of course. My business needs no introduction, I'm sure. And it is best that we not name it. One never knows who may be listening. Tell me, what makes you think you'd be a useful addition to my guard? What makes you so special?
Well, you could ask my patron. I mean, you can't ask her. I don't know how you would get in touch with her, but she saw fit to bestow powerful magical gifts upon me. Dark gifts.
This work requires a very particular set of skills, and we'll get to that, but it also requires a certain mindset. Would you consider yourself a moral person?
I have a moral code, of course, but I find that it often differs from the codes of people around me, so I'm open to the idea that I could be wrong in some ways. I don't like hurting people for no reason, but I don't really see the big fuss about hurting people to protect yourself, or to win, or to eat.
And were you raised with this outlook, or have you come to it on your own?
Well, this is certainly the way that my adoptive mother raised me, but it was already an outlook that our community kind of frowned upon in some ways. But now my friends seem to frown on it in different ways, which is really confusing.
As death is a necessary part of life, it is also a necessary part of this job. You've killed before, I assume. Please describe your first kill. How old were you? What did you feel?
Oh, wow, that's quite a question. I assume animals don't count. Are you taking notes? Okay. Well, I had just led a group of other Elva into human territories to seek out this world-ending rot. we won't get into that now. And we were ambushed by some villagers. I guess we were camping near somebody's farm. They don't much trust elves. It was a real torch and pitchfork situation. You know, I can't say that it weighs on me much. I mean, I don't know what else I would have done, waking up to somebody trying to stab me with fleecing shears. I think he might have been pretty young, but it's hard to tell with humans. But if he didn't want to die, maybe he shouldn't have tried to kill somebody who was just minding their own business, trying to sleep.
Interesting. Would you say that you believe some deserve to die? And if so, what circumstances might merit such a punishment, in your view?
Trying to kill me, or my friends, stealing from me, threatening me, blackmailing me, being mean to Nightshade, being in between me and something that I want. Some insults. Most insults.
And what are your feelings on torture?
Largely ineffective, messy, often.
Is anyone off limits to you? Women, children, the innocent?
Well, I don't much see the point of hurting someone who's innocent, right?
I see. Well, then let's discuss tactics. I am not merely seeking brute strength, although of course that can be useful in its own way. If given the option, would you rather deceive, convince, or threaten someone into doing your bidding, or my bidding?
Threaten, or trick. I have a presence that some find intimidating. Some, not all. And I have some spells that can change the way that people perceive things. I'm not so effective at hand-to-hand combat, so I try to make it unnecessary when possible.
And are you a good liar then? Can you keep a secret?
Oh, yes. Well, kind of. When in doubt, I just don't say anything. But really, I'm so awkward all the time. It's hard for people to tell when I'm being weird because I'm lying and when I'm just being weird.
I want to be clear with you. I understand that each living being has their own mind, their own beliefs. My goal is not to change those beliefs in you, but simply to identify the cost of overriding them.
Ah, yes.
Money is no object here. I'm seeking the very best, and I am willing to pay for it.
Great. Yeah, I am. The very best. Expensive.
Let's imagine, just for a moment, that someone bribes you to turn on me, to reveal my secrets. Could you be bought?
Definitely. I mean, no. Bought by you, yes, but once we have a deal, we have a deal. As long as it's a good deal. A really good deal.
And if they torture you, will you break easily?
Oh, no. I don't think that'll be a problem. I've probably been through worse. It would take a lot.
Well, I'll tell you in advance. Anything anyone offers you to turn on me, I will double it. Consider it a reward for delivering them to me.
Great. Noted. Bonus.
Come, it's not all so dark. What about, errands? Chores? Are you too good for them? Delivering messages, for example. Refilling my wine.
Sure. Probably not a super effective use of your gold, though. I think I could be a little more useful elsewhere.
You will not be my sole guard, of course. I already have many formidable creatures in my employ. Do you play well with others?
Ooh, no, not really. I mean, they don't tend to play well with me. I'm not typically described as friendly. I work better alone anyway. Or with my party, but that's a special case.
And if you were to identify your main weaknesses, what would they be?
Overzealous, maybe? Sometimes I bite off a little bit more than I can chew, like trying to end a world-consuming rot that an ageless, incredibly powerful fae being tells me is inevitable. I'm making progress, though.
Interesting. I do like you, I admit it. I find you unique. You would bring something new to my offices, there is no doubting it.
Oh, great! So are you offering me the job?
What will it take? How much a week to tempt you away from your party and whatever your current objectives are, and bring you into the fold?
Leave my party? Oh, I didn't realize that was part of the deal.
You could have anything you wanted, you know. Consider it. Don't be hasty.
Sure, yeah, I'll, think about it.
We're in the city 3 more days if you decide to accept. Inform me by then, and if you don't, well, let's hope we don't run into one another again.
Yes, Okay, I'll be in touch. Thank you for it was so nice to meet.
You may go.
Okay, yeah, yes, thank you. I'll leave you to your, wall. If you want to film a video response like this in character, I have added links to the description of each POV video with an MP4 video file of the questions without the background music. That way you can cut together your own footage with mine and add your own background music if you want. You are more than welcome to upload your response videos to YouTube or anywhere else that you want, as long as you link to the original video in the description. By the way, both Aisling and Augury are calendar girls in my new pinup calendar, Natural 2021. In fact, Augury is on the cover. If you have not placed your pre-order yet, now would be a great time because pre-orders end this Friday, November 20th. After that, calendars become while supplies last, which means that they could sell out anytime. So don't wait, because I don't want to hear from you guys on December 15th or whatever once they're sold out being like, oh no, I wanted to buy a calendar. No, you have been warned.